One of the 9 people here preparing for today's show will take home prize money of up to £10,000. The others will leave with nothing. Why? Because one by one, they'll be voted off as the weakest link.
Welcome to the weakest link. Any of the 9 people in the studio here today could win up to £10,000. They don't know each other, however. If they want the prize money, they'll have to work as a team. But 8 of them will leave with nothing, as round by round we lose the player voted the weakest link. Let's meet the team.
My name is Robert, I'm 40 years old. I'm a publishing sales manager from Great Bardfield in Essex.
My name's Eric, I'm 34, I live in East Dulwich and I'm project manager within IT.
My name is Claire, I'm 21, I'm a master's student in computer applications with the History of Arts and I come from Glasgow.
My name is Ian, I'm 46 and I'm a brewery sales manager from Kingston upon Hull.
I'm Bob from Banstead, I'm 63, I'm a partner in a travel business.
I'm Jill, I'm 36, I'm a research administrator. I'm from Gosforth near Newcastle upon Tyne.
I'm Mark, I'm 33, I'm a hotel concierge from Middlesex.
I'm Meryl, I'm 55, I'm a postmistress from Farnham.
I'm Lee and I'm a 23-year-old computer engineer from Plymouth.
Now the rules. In each round the aim is to answer enough questions correctly to reach your £1,000 target within the time limit. The fastest way is to create a chain of 9 correct answers. Get your question wrong and you break the chain and lose all the money in that chain. But if you say bank before the question is asked, the money is safe. However, you start a new chain from scratch. Remember, at the end of the round, only money that has been banked can be taken forward. You get 3 minutes in round 1. We'll start with the person whose name is first alphabetically. That's you, Bob. Let's play the weakest link. And the first question is for £20. Start the clock. Bob, which heavenly body orbits the Earth once every 27 days and 13 hours?
The moon.
Correct. Jill, what H is a dog originally bred by Eskimos to pull sleighs?
Huskies.
Correct. Mark, in which country is the city of Bordeaux?
France.
Correct. Meryl, if you were born on Christmas Eve, what date would you celebrate your birthday?
24th of December.
Correct. Lee,
Bank.
which pop band starred in the film A Hard Day's Night?
The Beatles.
Correct. Robert, Boutros Ghali is a former Secretary-General of which organisation?
United Nations.
Correct. Eric, whose legal thrillers include The Firm and The Runaway Jury?
Can't remember.
John Grisham. Claire, Linda Robson and Pauline Quirke are the co-stars of which TV comedy series?
Birds of a Feather.
Correct. Ian, in nature is the tomato a fruit or a vegetable?
It's a fruit.
Correct. Bob, which is the major American political party that opposes the Republican Party?
The Democrats.
Correct. Jill, in which year did the British currency go decimal?
74.
1971. Mark, which country is famous for its Ming vases?
China.
Correct. Meryl, who was the leader of the National Union of Mine Workers during the miners' strike of the mid-80s?
Arthur Scargill.
Correct. Lee, by what name is the University of Paris more commonly known?
Pass.
The Sorbonne. Robert, who was the lead singer of the rock group Roxy Music?
Brian Ferry.
Correct. Eric, what term is used for the seasonal shedding of fur or feathers that occurs in mammals and birds?
Molting.
Correct. Claire,
Bank.
which 2 colours make up the Polish national flag?
Navy and red.
Red and white. Ian, what E is used to describe the wide tidal mouth of a river where it meets the sea?
Estuary.
Correct. Bob, which US singer is pop diva Whitney Houston married to?
I don't know.
Bobby Brown. Jill, in which British city was the television docu-soap Hotel filmed?
I don't know.
Liverpool. Mark, in nature are roses perennials or annuals?
Annuals.
Perennials. Meryl, who wrote the music for the musicals Cats and Starlight Express?
Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Correct. Lee, What S did cowboys strap onto their boots?
Spurs.
Correct. Robert. In the UK, which is further, West, Bath or Bristol?
Bath.
Bristol. Eric. From which country did Belgium gain its independence in 1830?
France.
The Netherlands. Claire. In music, which is the longer note, a quaver or a crotchet?
A crotchet.
Correct. Ian.
Blank.
What name is given to the leader of the Roman Catholic Church?
The Pope.
Correct. Bob. Which O is the area of medicine concerned with managing pregnancy and childbirth?
Obstetrics.
Correct. Jill. Name the director of the film Pulp Fiction.
No idea.
Quentin Tarantino. Mark. In nature, what part of the plant is responsible for taking up nutrients? OK, time is up. I can't complete the question. And in that round, team, you banked only £270 of the £1,000 you could have had. Who's letting you down? One of you is about to leave with nothing. It's time to vote off the weakest link.
Ian is the strongest link according to the statistics. He answered all his questions correctly and banked money for the team. The weakest link is Jill, who got the most wrong answers. But will the votes reflect the facts?
Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Jill.
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 Mark.
Lee.
Mark.
Lee.
Jill.
Jill.
Claire, why Jill?
I think just because she got quite a few wrong.
OK. Lee, why Jill?
Didn't bank enough. We had got up to quite a point where we had quite a bit of money in there and it just went very quickly.
Well, it's votes that count. Jill, with 5 votes, you are the first weakest link. Goodbye.
Bye. When they bid me out, I was so disappointed. My heart just sank. I was starting to really enjoy myself and relax a bit. And I thought, oh no, why me? In the first one as well. I think the person that should go in the next round is definitely Lee, because he should have gone in the first round, really, so he should be out in the second round.
Round 2. You have so far won a far from spectacular £270 of the possible £1,000 you could have won in that first round. 8 of you left. We are now taking 10 seconds off the clock. We'll start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Ian. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Ian, complete the title of this award-winning Alice Walker novel. The colour what?
Purple.
Correct. Bob. Of which American state was Ronald Reagan governor before he became president?
California.
Correct. Mark.
Bank.
In children's TV, how many Teletubbies are there?
4.
Correct. Merrill. In which part of the human body do you find the hammer, the anvil and the stirrup?
The ear.
Correct. Lee.
Bank.
Which superstar singer was the subject of the documentary Tantrums and Tiaras?
Elton John.
Correct. Robert. In nature, does a hyacinth flower grow from a bulb or a tuber?
A bulb.
Correct. Eric.
Bank.
Who played the female lead in the film Sleepless in Seattle?
Can't remember.
Meg Ryan. Claire. The Sunni are the largest group of which religion?
Muslims.
Islam. Ian. In literature, Tennyson's poem The Idylls of the King is about which legendary king?
King Arthur.
Correct. Bob. What name was given to Japanese pilots who during World War II flew their planes into American warships on death missions?
Kamikaze.
Correct. Mark. Which pop singer had hits in the 1990s with Justify My Love and Vogue?
Madonna.
Correct. Merrill. The Latin term Canis familiaris refers to which domesticated animal?
The dog.
Correct.
Bank.
Lee. What is the capital of China?
Beijing.
Correct. Robert. In nature, what is a spruce?
Tree.
Correct. Eric. In history, for which country was John Balliol appointed king by Edward I in 1292?
Scotland.
Correct. Claire.
Bank.
In fashion, what type of clothing is a sombrero?
A hat.
Correct. Ian. Which comedian's catchphrase is "That's a cracker"?
Carson.
Frank Carson.
Bank.
Bob, Which American city was terrorized during the summer of 1977 by the killer known as the Son of Sam?
Boston.
New York. Mark, in South African politics, what does ANC stand for?
The African National Congress.
Correct. Merrill, what country hosted the first ever Football World Cup Championships this year?
USA.
Brazil. Lee, who was the French composer of the opera The Pearl Fishers, Debussy or Bizet?
Bizet.
Correct. Robert, if you were at Genoa Christopher Colombo Airport, in what country would you be?
Portugal.
Italy. Eric, which former Doctor Who presented the children's television programme The Book Tower?
John Pertwee.
Tom Baker. Claire, in mathematics is 5 a prime number?
No.
Yes. Ian.
Bank.
Traditionally, which number of the month is considered to be unlucky when it falls on a Friday?
The 13th.
Correct. Bob, which English physicist and mathematician formulated the law of gravitation?
Newton.
Time's up. The correct answer was Sir Isaac Newton, and in that round you improved. You got 500 of the £1,000 you could have won. Remember, though, time is coming off the clock in the next round. Who is least likely to cope with the pressure? It's time to vote off the weakest link.
Statistically, Eric is the weakest link as he got most of his answers wrong and banked just £50 for the team. The strongest link is Ian for the second time. But how will the votes go?
Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Eric.
Merrill.
Eric.
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 Now, team, in that last round, you actually had a chain of 9 correct answers, and of course, if you'd banked after the 9th consecutive answer, you would have reached the target of £1,000. Bob, take us through the little picture.
It's a bouquet to soften the blow.
Oh, right, that's very nice. Why Eric?
He slipped up a couple of times.
Claire, why Eric?
Just a wee bit too hesitant again, taking his time.
He got 2 questions wrong, didn't he?
But I was,
Yeah. How many did you get wrong, Claire?
2, I think.
That's right. OK, it's votes that count. Eric, unanimously, you have been voted the weakest link. Goodbye.
As the cards went over, I heard my name first of all, and I thought, well, yeah, probably I'm going to get this. Then the name, I just kept hearing my name repeated over and over again, and it was quite soul-destroying. I was hoping at least somebody else would get a mention, but it didn't happen. I think the person who should be coming off next is probably Claire. She's very nervous on there. I think she's getting a lot of luck at the moment, but I think she probably will be next.
Round 3. You could have had £2,000 in the bank by now. You've got £770, so we are not reeling around with admiration. You are down to 7 players. We're taking another 10 seconds off the clock. We'll start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Ian. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Ian, which major event in Moscow was boycotted by 60 nations in the summer of 1980?
The Olympic Games.
Correct. Bob, does the River Seine or the Rhone flow to the Mediterranean?
The Rhone.
Correct. Mark, what name is given to the strip of countryside around a town or city on which building is
Greenbelt.
restricted? Correct. Merrill, in literature, Edgar Rice Burroughs created which fictional character who was raised by apes?
Tarzan.
Correct. Lee.
Bank.
What part of the marshmallow plant can be used to make sweets? The bark, the root, or the leaves?
The root.
Correct. Robert, which soul singer's biggest hit in the United Kingdom was Stand By Me?
Benny King.
Correct. Claire, in food, calamari is what in English?
Octopus.
Squid. Ian.
Bank.
Does the American sports team, the Chicago White Sox, play baseball, American football, or basketball?
Baseball.
Correct. Bob, which British art prize was established in 1984 and is awarded annually by the Tate Gallery?
The Turner Prize.
Correct. Mark, in medicine, what would an appendectomy removed?
Appendix.
Correct. Merrill?
Bank.
In which decade did the film Out of Africa scoop 7 Oscars?
80s.
Correct. Lee? Which planet is orbited by the moons Oberon and Miranda?
Pluto.
Uranus. Robert? Was the Roman Emperor Julius Caius Caesar born AD or BC?
BC.
Correct. Claire? In geography, the island of Jamaica is in which sea?
Pacific.
Caribbean. Ian?
Bank.
Which of Shakespeare's characters from the play The Merchant of Venice demands a pound of flesh?
Shylock.
Correct. Bob? In music, Peter and Ilyich were the first names of which Russian composer?
Tchaikovsky.
Correct. Mark? Which of these snakes is not venomous? Anaconda, cobra, or viper?
Anaconda.
Correct. Merrill?
Bank.
Which herb is renowned for its stimulating effect on cats?
Caffeine.
Catnip. Lee? Who played the policeman trying to stop Robert De Niro's criminal in the 1995 film Heat?
No, go on.
Al Pacino. Robert? Which 19th century female author wrote under the pseudonym Currer Bell?
Pass.
Charlotte Bronte. Claire? In food, what is pumpernickel?
A round vegetable.
A type of bread. Ian? In the animal kingdom, is a mandrill considered a monkey or an ape?
It's a monkey.
Correct. Bob?
Bank.
In rugby union, how many players are there on a team?
15.
Correct. Mark?
Bank.
Which country is furthest north? Time is up. I cannot complete the question, and in that round, team, you banked £440. But why are you not winning more? There's no use in being kind. One of you is about to leave with nothing. It's time to vote off the weakest link.
The statistics show that Bob is the strongest link in this round. Claire is the weakest link. She didn't answer a single question correctly. But will the team have noticed?
Voting's over. It's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Claire.
Lee.
Lee.
Robert.
Claire.
Claire.
Robert.
Merrill, got any cats?
I haven't, I'm afraid. I'm a dog lover.
Right. So, a stimulating herb that has a stimulating effect on cats.
I'm not a planter either. I don't
Oh,
like
right.
gardening.
Right. Why, Claire?
I think she was hesitant, and we're here to make money, because the winner needs to take as much money as they can home.
Good. Robert, why Claire?
I think she was a bit unlucky. She got some iffy questions, but she got them wrong, basically. So.
Right. Claire, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Well, I think in that last round I let myself down a bit, particularly about the question about the calamari. When I said octopus instead of squid, I just thought they were the same thing. In the next round, the person the team should get rid of is Lee, because he's too slow and stopping them from earning as much money as they could.
Round 4, and you've got £1,210 in the bank out of potential prize money of £3,000. There are 6 of you left. We are taking another 10 seconds off the clock. You now have only 2.5 minutes. We'll start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Bob. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Bob, in religion, how many days does Lent last in the Christian calendar?
40.
Correct. Mark, in the children's rhyme, who killed Cock Robin?
Fly.
The Sparrow. Merrill, in which decade was British Parliament first televised?
60s.
80s. Lee, in the British Army, which of these ranks holds seniority? Colonel, captain or major?
Major.
Colonel. Robert, with which traditional pantomime is Widow Twankey associated?
Aladdin.
Correct. Ian.
Bank.
In nature, what is the name for a badger's burrow?
Set.
Correct. Bob, in blood group classifications, which 2 blood groups are symbolised by vowels?
A and O.
Correct. Mark, what was the name of Bill Haley's regular rock and roll backing group?
The Comets.
Correct. Merrill, how many centimetres are there in 5 metres?
50.
500. Lee, what is the Latin term for in the year of our Lord?
Anno Domini.
Correct. Robert, in terms of land area, is Scotland or Northern Ireland larger?
Northern Ireland.
Scotland. Ian, if A is Alpha and Z is Zulu, what is K?
Kenya.
Kilo. Bob, in 1942, which country did America fight in the Battle of the Coral Sea?
Japan.
Correct. Mark, in history, which English king joined French King Louis IX on his crusade to the Holy Land in 1270?
Henry V.
Edward I. Merrill, in the animal kingdom, how many tentacles does an octopus have?
8.
Correct. Lee.
Bank.
What nationality was Formula One racing driver Ayrton Senna?
Brazilian.
Correct. Robert, Leinster and Munster are provinces of which European country?
Ireland.
Correct. Ian?
Bank.
In literature, John Wyndham created which killer plants from outer space?
The Triffids.
Correct. Bob?
Bank.
In science, which metal is the major constituent of pewter?
Lead.
Tin. Mark, in which century was the Italian astronomer Galileo born?
14th.
16th century. Merrill.
Bank.
In football, which club did Paul Gascoigne leave to join Everton in July this year?
Middlesbrough.
Correct. Lee.
Bank.
In which country did the type of pottery known as Delftware originate? Holland, Denmark or Germany?
Holland.
Correct.
Bank.
Robert, in which language were the plays of Federico Garcia Lorca written?
Spanish.
Correct. Ian? In which European city did the Folies Bergère Music Hall open in 1816?
Paris.
Time's up. The correct answer was Paris, but in that round, team, you banked a very unimpressive £150 out of the possible 1,000. Who is clearly a burden you cannot tolerate any longer? It's time to vote off the weakest link.
Mark is statistically the weakest link because he got the fewest questions right. Lee is the strongest link, but who will actually be rejected from the team?
Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Lee.
Merrill.
Lee.
Bob.
Robert.
Bob.
Right. We have a tie team. Bob and Lee have 2 votes each. Lee is very sure about Bob. And Bob looks pretty sure about Lee. Robert, why Lee?
He voted for me in the last round.
Right, okay. So, straightforward revenge.
No, he banked on a 20 a couple of times, I think, which we could have done with getting a bit more money in the bank.
Right. Lee, as the strongest link, and bearing in mind you can't vote for yourself, who would you like to get rid of?
Ooh. Bob.
Statistically, Mark was the weakest link, but Bob, Lee has decided he's had enough of you. You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
I'm going to get you a playtime.
That was the first time, in fact, I'd been nominated as a candidate for exit. And I got 2 votes on a tie break, and I got outed on that. There is no justice in this world. Absolutely none. And I'll get him at playtime. I really will. The team should definitely get rid of Lee next time. I think he's made some mistakes on banking. I think he's very hesitant. And I really think he's on the edge. He could lose them an awful lot of money.
Round 5. If you'd hit your targets, team, you would now have £4,000 in the bank. In fact, your total is £1,360 so far. There are 5 of you left. Another 10 seconds is coming off the time. We start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Lee. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Lee, fashion designer Laura Ashley was from which British country?
New Zealand.
Wales. Robert, which Oxfordshire palace is named after a famous victory of the Duke of Marlborough?
Blenheim.
Correct. Ian, in politics, of which country was Joseph Tito the president from 1953 to 1980?
Yugoslavia.
Correct. Mark, Do the Cayman Islands come under British or American jurisdiction?
American.
British. Merrill. In music, Dwayne Eddy is famous for his twang style on which instrument?
Guitar.
Correct. Lee. Who plays the title character in the Mad Max films?
Mel Gibson.
Correct. Robert. Who became president of the Russian Republic in May 1990?
Boris Yeltsin.
Correct. Ian.
Bank.
Which South American country has a border with 10 others?
Uruguay.
Brazil. Mark. Globe and Jerusalem are types of which vegetable?
Artichoke.
Correct. Merrill. Which sport is also known as free-fall parachuting?
Skydiving.
Correct. Lee.
Bank.
In the colours of the spectrum, what colour comes between green and indigo?
Blue.
Correct. Robert. Who is the famous jazz singing aunt of actor George Clooney?
Pass.
Rosemary Clooney. Ian. In transport, which country would a car with an IRQ sticker be from?
Ireland.
Iraq. Mark. Angela Lansbury played the sleuth Jessica
Murder, She
Fletcher in
Wrote.
which TV series? Correct. Murder, She Wrote. Merrill. In the 1980s, whose diaries published by the German magazine Stern were later proved to have been faked?
Adolf Hitler.
Correct. Lee.
Bank.
What type of leaf vegetable has varieties called Derby Day and Savoy?
Cabbage.
Correct. Robert. At which battle was Lieutenant Colonel George Custer famously killed?
Little Bighorn.
Correct. Ian. In the Ten Commandments, which number commandment is thou shalt not kill?
The first.
The 6th. Mark. The song I Could Have Danced All Night comes from which musical?
High Society.
My Fair Lady. Merrill. From which African country did Eritrea gain independence in 1993?
Ethiopia.
Correct. Lee.
Bank.
Which pop singer's debut single was called Because We Want To?
No.
Billy. Robert. Which chemical element used in nuclear power was discovered in 1789 and named after a planet?
Uranium.
Correct. Ian. Time is up, and in that round you banked £220. Who is clearly costing you money? It's time to vote off the weakest link.
The statistics indicate that Merrill is the strongest link, with all her questions answered correctly. Ian is the weakest link, but could his earlier strong performance save him?
Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Ian.
Lee.
Robert.
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 Mark. Pretty sure about Robert, are you?
Yes. Hesitation, not coming up with the answers quick enough.
Merrill, why Robert?
Again, I think he faltered a little bit, and we do need that money building up, and we've got to do it at the right time.
Right. Robert, with 3 votes, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
I think it's a little unfair that I'm here and they're still out there insofar as I answered more questions than I think they did. Any 3 of the ones that actually voted me off. So in that respect, a little unfair, yeah. But that's the way it goes.
Round 6, team, and you've banked just £1,580 of the £5,000 that's been on offer. There are 4 of you left. We are taking another 10 seconds from your time. We start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Merrill. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Merrill, how many 50-pence pieces make up £12?
24.
Correct. Lee. The rodent animal, a cavy, is better known as what?
Beaver.
A guinea pig. Ian. Which British singer appeared in and sang the theme song for the film To Sir With Love?
No idea.
Lulu. Mark. The township of Soweto is in which African country?
South Africa.
Correct. Merrill. In the United States, in which sport is the Stanley Cup awarded?
Yachting.
Ice hockey. Lee. In TV, officers John Baker and Frank Poncherello were the lead characters in which American cop show?
Chips.
Correct. Ian. In the King James Bible, Adam and Eve made clothes from the leaves of which tree?
Eucalyptus.
The fig tree. Mark. Which comedy film starred Alec Guinness as a bank clerk who carries out a bullion robbery?
The Lavender Hill Mob.
Correct. Merrill. In medicine, what is the name given to someone who studies disorders of the skin?
Dermatologist.
Correct. Lee.
Bank.
Traditionally, what metal is used in strips to separate the pieces of glass in a stained glass window?
Lead.
Correct. Ian, who was the longest-serving British Prime Minister of the 20th century?
Churchill.
Margaret Thatcher. Mark, what is the name of Jane Fonda's actor brother?
Peter.
Correct. Merrill, which opera by Gershwin was written in 1935 for a black cast?
Porgy and Bess.
Correct. Lee, Lanzarote belongs to which group of islands?
Canary Isles.
Correct. Ian, which alcoholic cocktail comprises a mixture of vodka and coffee liqueur?
Margarita.
Black Russian. Mark, in America, what are the Cree, Cheyenne and Mohican?
Indian tribes.
Native American tribes, but that is correct. I'll accept it. Merrill, which author wrote Murder on the Orient Express?
Agatha Christie.
Correct. Lee.
Bank.
In American education, is a freshman student a first, second or third year student?
First year.
Correct. Ian, which rugby league player has the nickname Chariots?
Martin Offiah.
Correct. Mark, the subject of a dispute between Russia and the USA in 1960, what was the U-2?
Spy plane.
Correct. Merrill, in literature, which boy's secret diaries were first published by... Time's up. I can't complete the question, and in that round, team, you won a rather sad £100, who very clearly doesn't deserve to stay. It's time to vote off the weakest link.
Once again, Ian is statistically the weakest link with the most wrong answers. The strongest link is Mark. But how will the vote go?
Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Mark.
Ian.
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 Lee. Why Ian?
Too many wrong answers.
Merrill. Why Ian?
Again, he surprised me this round because he's been quite strong up until now, but suddenly, confidence gone, not enough right answers.
Right. Mark. Why Ian?
Same again. I think his confidence has been ebbing away due to his prolonged isolation.
Right.
You did right, mate.
Ian. Is your confidence ebbing away due to prolonged isolation, as Mark thinks?
Not in the least. It was
Right.
just a fall of the dice, I think.
Right. Well, it's votes that count. Ian, with 3 votes, you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
I should have got the question about Adam and Eve correctly with the fig leaf. Everybody in the country knows exactly what they were wearing beneath the belly button in the first chapter of the Bible. But having said that, why the eucalyptus tree came in, all I had in front of my face was a vision of a koala bear munching on some eucalyptus leaves, and I can't understand it myself.
Round 7, team, and of the £6,000 you could have won by now, you have banked less than half. You have £1,680. There are 3 of you left, another 10 seconds off the clock. We start with the strongest link from the last round, that's Mark. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Mark, which musical contains the song You'll Never Walk Alone?
South Pacific.
Carousel. Merrill, in geography, the name of which Canadian province is abbreviated to BC?
British Columbia.
Correct. Lee, in poetry, how many lines are there in a sonnet?
7.
14. Mark, in the USA, what state is Denver the capital of?
Colorado.
Correct. Merrill, which country's London embassy was the site of a siege in May 1980?
Iran.
Correct. Lee,
Bank.
in what kind of building would you find an apse, a nave and an ambulatory?
Hospital.
Church. Mark, in the US military, Minutemen, Pershing and Crews are all types of what?
Missiles.
Correct. Merrill, in which James Bond film did the character Oddjob appear?
Goldfinger.
Correct. Lee,
Bank.
which operetta features the Gilbert and Sullivan song Three Little Maids from School?
No. Pass.
No, the Mikado. Mark, the feminist writer Mary Wollstonecraft was the mother of which female novelist?
Mary Shelley.
Correct. Merrill, according to the Bible, in which town was Jesus born?
Nazareth.
Bethlehem. Lee, who formed the British Union of Fascists in the 1930s?
Stanley.
Oswald Mosley. Mark. In literature, which former poet laureate wrote The Lady of Shalott?
Betjeman.
Tennyson. Beryl. Which Englishman won the Wimbledon Tennis Championships in 1934, 1935 and 1936?
Fred Perry.
Correct. Lee.
Bank.
Which pairing won the gold medal for ice dance at the 1984 Olympic Games?
Torrendine.
Correct. Mark. Who was the first person to play Mrs. Robinson in the West End stage production of
Kathleen
film
Turner.
The Graduate? Correct. Merrill. In food, what country does Gorgonzola cheese come from?
Switzerland.
Time's up. The correct answer was Italy. And in that round, team, you managed to win only £120. In round 8, however, you get the chance to treble what you bank. That means in the next round, there's £3,000 to be won. The question is, who is least likely to make the money as high as it could possibly be? Someone should be put out of their misery. It's time to vote off the weakest link.
At this crucial stage, Merrill is statistically the strongest link. Lee is the weakest link because he got most of his answers wrong. But will the votes follow the facts?
Voting over, it's time to reveal who you think is the weakest link.
Merrill.
Lee.
Mark.
Right, team, we have a three-way tie. Merrill, why Lee?
I just thought there was a little bit of hesitation, and again, confidence seems to be going now that we're getting near at the stage where we can pick up some big bucks.
Right. Mark, why Merrill?
Because she didn't get the birthplace of Christ, so I thought she should be sent away in a manger.
Right. And Lee, why Mark?
I couldn't spell Merrill's name without looking at a nameplate.
So, Merrill, is the strongest link. Would you like to get rid of Lee or Mark?
I go by my first decision, Lee.
Lee, you might have wished now that you spelt Merrill's name or remembered it. She has decided you are the weakest link. Goodbye.
To go out at this stage when the money was so close is just very annoying. I was doing very, very well, and just for that moment's lapse, and that's it, all gone, nothing. I think that Mark should be here instead of me. Throughout the whole of the quiz, he was making mistakes, fumbling, and I was banking quite consistently. But that's the way the cookie crumbles.
Round 8, and you have £1,800 in the bank. You could by now, of course, have won £7,000. Merrill and Mark, just the two of you left, and this time you have just 90 seconds. But whatever you win in this round will be trebled and added to your total to make up your final prize money. £3,000 is at stake in this round. We'll start with the strongest link from the last round. That's Merrill. Let's play the weakest link. Start the clock. Merrill, what is the minimum number of points you must have to win a game of table tennis?
6.
21. Mark. Sevruga and beluga are
Caviar.
species of sturgeon. Merrill, in art, what material is scrimshaw work carved out of beechwood, whalebone or chalk?
Beechwood.
Whalebone. Mark, in astrology, which star sign falls between the star signs of Aries and Gemini?
Cancer.
Taurus. Merrill, in which country is the port of Dunkirk?
France.
Correct. Mark, in the children's cartoons, whose catchphrase is "What's up, Doc"?
Bugs Bunny.
Correct. Merrill, are the green, white and red stripes on the Italian national flag horizontal or vertical?
They're vertical.
Correct. Mark, in fashion, which H is a tweed named after a region in the Hebrides?
Harris.
Correct. Merrill,
Bank.
who in 1964 was sentenced to life imprisonment in Robben Island prison?
Mandela.
Correct. Mark, in Morse code, which letter is represented by 2 dots, I or E?
I.
Correct. Merrill, Was the author Jean Plaidy best known for historical or horror novels?
Historical.
Correct. Mark.
Bank.
What L is a member of the Onion family?
Pass.
Leek. Merrill. In maths, what is 75% of 500?
375.
That was correct, but time is up, and between you in that round, you won £300. We'll treble that and add it to the winnings from the previous round. That means prize money today of £2,700, but only one of you can take that money away. You will now play against each other head to head. I'll ask alternate questions, best of 5. Whoever answers the most correctly wins. It's as simple as that. So, Merrill and Mark for £2,700. Let's play the weakest link. Merrill, as the strongest link in the last round, you have the choice of who goes first.
I'll go first, please.
Merrill, in pop music, what were the first names of the brother and sister who formed the group The Carpenters?
Karen and Richard.
That is the correct answer. Mark, in tennis, which player lost his record for the most men's Grand Slam championships when Pete Sampras won his 13th title at Wimbledon 2000?
No, I'm sorry.
The answer is Roy Emerson. Merrill, which English poet also provided the illustrations for his work Songs of Innocence and Experience?
William Blake.
That is the correct answer. Mark, what was jazz saxophonist Charlie Parker's nickname?
Satchmo.
Bird or Yardbird is the correct answer. Merrill, in fashion, where on the body are epaulets worn?
On the shoulders.
That is the correct answer. Mark, you have to answer this question correctly or Merrill has won. King George III's son, Frederick, is remembered in which nursery rhyme?
The Grand Old Duke of York.
That is the correct answer. Merrill, the question I'm about to ask you is worth £2,700. Because if you get it right, you have won. Which 1941 film starring Orson Welles was based on the life of a newspaper magnate?
Citizen Kane.
That is the correct answer. That means, Merrill, you are today's strongest link and you go away with £2,700. Mark, you leave with nothing. Join us next time for The Weakest Link. Goodbye.
I was up against some very strong people, but as the game went on, their confidence went, mine increased slightly, and at the end, overall, it was confidence that did it.
Looking back over the whole show, through the rounds, the number of questions I answered, and tactics, I think I should have won.
Boy, oh boy. Never, ever done anything like that before.